This is lesson 23, recognizing halves for Saxon 5. Now, I've drawn already the traditional half. Traditionally, this is what we see as a half. It is half of an object. It is one object split into two pieces, and one of them has been filled in. That is a half. One object, two pieces, one of them filled in. Half of the object filled in. Now, you can also call this a half. This is 2/4. 2/4 is also a half, because if you notice, half of the denominator has been filled in. So we have 4 pieces altogether, 2 of them have been filled in, which makes half. Okay, as I said, half of the denominator. Now remember, the bottom number is the denominator. So if you take your denominator, divide it by 2. If you get the numerator, your answer is a half. Okay, again, divide by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 4 divided by 2 is 2. Because this works, I'm just taking 4 and I'm halving it. That's what the divide by 2 is. Divide by 2 is halving, okay? No matter what number you use, you could use 556. You divide it by 2, you will get half of 556. So because the half is the numerator, this is the same as that, okay? This is half, this is half. I could do 4/8. That's half. I could do 8/16. That's also half. I could do 5/10. That is half. I can do 3/6. That is also half. Because each one of these, I can take this denominator, divide it by 2, and I get the numerator. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 16 divided by 2 is 8. 10 divided by 2 is 5. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay? Because that works, these are all equal to each other. They are all equivalents of 1/2. These are just all different ways to show it. Okay? All of it says half. It's just different ways of showing it. Okay, now you can use this knowledge, the dividing the denominator by 2, to help you in your comparisons. So let's pretend I had the comparison of A is 9/18, B is 10/25, C 25/50, and D 50/100. And I'm asked, which one of these is not equivalent to a half? Well, I can use my trick and I can say, okay, well, 18 divided by 2 is 9. Okay, that's a half. 25 divided by 2 is not 10, which means this is not half. However, don't stop there, because sometimes questions have 2 answers instead of just 1, okay? 50 divided by 2 is 25. 100 divided by 2 is 50. Okay, so B is my answer. B is not equivalent to a half. All right, let's look at one more. If I have 5/12 and I'm comparing it to 4/8, which one's bigger? Okay, 5/12 or 4/8. One of the ways I can solve this is I can figure out if either of these is a half. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So this is equal to a half. Okay, now remember that. That is equal to a half. 12 divided by 2 is 6. Okay, 6 is more or less than 5. 6 is more than 5, which means 6/12 would be a half. So 5/12 is less than a half. Okay, so this is less than half. This is half, which means this one is smaller. See how that worked? Because if I had 12 as my denominator, if I wanted half, I had to have 6 on top, okay? This is half. 5 is smaller than 6, which means this is less than this one. And because this and this are the same, they are both half, this is less than this. So 5/12 is smaller than 4/8. Okay, that is lesson 23, recognizing halves for Saxon 5.